Hey Chris, look what showed up. The replacement plasma cutter from Bestark. Oh, okay. Thanks, Phil. That was quicker than I thought it would be. We gonna go unbox it and do a review? Yeah, I guess we can go out, open it up, see how well it shipped, and check everything out. Maybe cut some stuff. We gotta make sure to tell them how the customer service was when we dealt with them. Yeah, we'll definitely have to let them know how it went with the return process. Alright guys, got the replacement plasma cutter from Bestark. As far as customer service goes, it wasn't that much of a hassle. Since we'd ordered through Amazon, even if they hadn't backed their product, Amazon probably would have at least given us a refund on it. But went in, said I wanted to do a return and that it was defective. Told them that about the torch not working correctly and the thing wanting to pulse, not do a consistent arc. So they milled one out immediately. I have until February 2nd to get the other one milled back. We've already done that. It showed up a lot quicker than I expected it to. And unlike a lot of the other ones where they gotta receive the old one first, they went ahead and shipped this one out immediately. So kind of impressed with that. So let's go ahead and get it unboxed. Make sure everything's in here, make sure it's in good condition, and then we'll get it hooked up and cut some stuff. All right. Packaging, it's packaged pretty well, so it shouldn't get tore up that easily. So we got our torch, our ground clamp. Looks like they ran this torch once or twice to test it. Try to get it in here where you guys can see there. So. Got the 220 to 110 conversion plug. We got our thread tape, electrodes, tips, some hose clamps. Got the airline hose, the manual. Plasma cutter itself. One of the other reasons, besides the price point, that we went with the Bestark to begin with, is it had the built-in regulator. Not only did it have the built-in regulator, it had the connection nipple here, so you can hook it up to your regular airline. You don't have to use one of these hoses or buy extra parts. So out of the box, it's ready to go. All right, give me just a second. I'll get my airlines and stuff hooked up, and then we'll cut some stuff. All right, when hooking up your plasma cutter, it's very easy. You got your torch. Your torch has 3 connections. You got your torch connection, your pilot arc connection, your airline connection, and they're only hook up one way. You got a little notch in it. Notches up here. Slip in, tighten up. Like so. Your pilot arc. Unscrew this knob here all the way. Take your... Oh, that's something different. The last one didn't have a washer on it. this one's got 2. So we're going to put that between the 2 washers, like so. Just like so. Snug that up. Then your air line, remove your cap. Slips right on here like that and screw it down. Next is to hook up your ground clamp. And it only goes in one way as well. It's got that little notch on it, which lines up your hole. Stick it in, turn it and lock it in. Then hook it to your table or whatever you're going to be cutting. Next, your air line goes into the back here. Like I said, with this nipple, you can hook it straight up with your quick connect. Like so. And with your air line, you want to make sure that you got dry air. I have mine hooked up on a dryer because you don't want any moisture getting into your plasma cutter. It comes with the 110 connector, but I prefer the 220 just because I ain't got to worry about breakers tripping with that. You flip your switch. See if it boots up. All right. Now we're going to switch this over to air and set our regulator. Hit air. Whenever it's running with the air, you want it to be inside the green zone. So we're going to bump that down. Lift up on your regulator. Adjust. And we're going up. Let's go down. There we go. So we're going to run 15 amps, 60 psi. Flip that back over to cutting. Now let's test out the torch. This plasma cutter, like I said in a previous video, it's got a 50% duty cycle, so it runs for about 5 minutes and it takes 5 minutes to cool. That's at 50 amps. We're not running 50 amps, we're only running 15, so we should get a lot longer run time out of it. So, scrap lawnmower blades, chewed up whatnot, an old coffee can. Let's cut some stuff, see if we're going to get that sputtering, see if our torch works the way it should work. Let's start with the T2 setting since it's already set on that. Should run only whenever I have the trigger pulled. Alright. Well, our T2 works like it's supposed to. Alright, T4 setting. Should run when I pull the trigger. Should continue running until I pull the trigger again to shut it off. That's not a good sign. Let's see if it will run continuously whenever I have it on some actual metal in a T4 setting. Nope, our T4 setting is not working. So, let's see how long it runs. Just cutting on the T2 then. Might end up sending it back either way because that T4 setting is not working. Alright. It is not working. It is not even coming close to the duty cycle. And we're at 15 amps. And the exact same thing the last one did. As you can tell, that's all the further I cut. That's not going to work. Well, I was really hoping this one would work out. And that it was just a bad machine that we got the last time, so I'll fiddle for it with it a little bit. See if maybe it's me. I hope it's not. And I'll let you know. Well, I've been dicking with this thing for over an hour now. Still got the same results. Only runs for a few seconds, shuts off. Even went through the book, set all the settings for the thickness of metal that they want you to set it at, and running the exact same settings that the book says or recommends. Still cuts off after a couple seconds. And the torch, it won't do anything but the T2 setting, even if it's set on T4. So it only runs when you're pulling the trigger, you let off, it shuts off regardless of where it's set. So if it was just the torch not running on T4, maybe we'd keep it, but with it only running a few seconds, it creates sugary snot all over the back of your cuts. Yeah, and that's all the cuts I got within the last hour. And the longest one here was 4 different attempts. So we're gonna package it back up, see about getting a refund, going with a different brand. If you guys have any suggestions for an inexpensive, reliable plasma cutter, put it in the comments, and we'll see if we can't get one that's going to work for the shop. And if we find one, we'll let you guys know, and we'll unbox that one for you. You know, we're trying these out, finding out what ones are bad, which ones are good at this point. You guys are more than welcome to follow along for the ride. But as always, till next time.